Well, thank you very much, Expedia, for inviting me today to speak to your clients, and thank you for joining me today. I actually represent three brands, the ones that you see here on the screen: Trafalgar, Cost Saver, and Brendan Vacation. So today's presentation will focus on Trafalgar, and at the end, I'll just give you a brief introduction into Cost Saver and Brendan Vacations. So first off, who is Trafalgar, and what can you expect from us on tour? Well, we design our tours so that you can experience the world differently. You'll get the personal service, attention to detail, and ease that you're looking for, all while enjoying those unmissable experiences that you've always dreamed of. Our connections in every destination and the importance that we place on making a positive impact on the places we visit are all part of what choosing to tour differently is all about. Our profound knowledge and drive to provide exceptional service is what brings real connection to the destinations we visit and real ease knowing all the details are taken care of. Tour differently isn't just what we promise, it really is what we deliver. So with Trafalgar, we offer worry-free travel with our well-being protocols in place in all of our destinations. We are always remarkable, getting the very best of every place we visit. In fact, every one of our tours is designed with the depth of culture, crossing off those must-sees and giving guests the privileged local access to communities and people around the world. You can travel with the confidence of knowing that you're in the best possible hands. In fact, our story is 101 years in the making, with Trafalgar being the anchor brand of the Travel Corporation's 42 award-winning hospitality and travel brands. We are family run and operated, so you'll get unmatched knowledge and personal service thanks to an expert global network spanning 7 continents. So we pioneered insider experiences, allowing our guests or you to interact and discover regions like never before. It is so much more than just seeing the major sites. It really is all about diving deeper, meeting the people, hearing their stories, and getting behind the scenes and hands-on experiences. Our Be My Guest experiences are one-of-a-kind experiences that allow you to connect with the locals. They'll share their cultures and tell their stories, so you not only taste the region, but delve deep into their way of life. We allow you to dive into culture with our local insiders, connecting to you our secret spots. And your travel director and local specialists always have a hidden gem or two that many tourists would not be aware of. And we have our Stays with Stories on select trips where your stay immerses you in the history of the hotel. So here's just a quick snippet of some of our Be My Guest experiences worldwide. I'll just switch here to a wonderful video just showing you some of those great Be My Guest experiences. So those are just a few of the many Be My Guest experiences that we do offer to you. Oops. All right, so accommodations we know are a big part of travel. So with Trafalgar, you never have to worry as we hand select each and every property from the historic to the modern brands you know and trust, and more boutique style options offering culture and charm. With our 4 to 5 star accommodation, no matter where your travels take you, you can rest assured of a good night's rest. Plus, all your porterage is included at all of our hotels. So traveling is more than just getting from A to B. It really is about enjoying the journey as much as the destination. And our carefully selected best-in-class travel directors are passionate experts who undertake extensive training to understand our guests' needs in order to personalize their vacation for the ultimate travel experience. Our local specialists are passionate locals, so much more than just a local guide. They really want to show you why they love their hometown and ensure that you see a side most tourists miss. They are teachers, historians, horticulturists, artists, and even chefs from the local community who take you behind the scenes in each locale. Our professional drivers, of course, are here for you, ensuring you an effortless journey. And your driver has also been trained to ensure that your transportation is hygienically taken care of so that you can travel hassle-free. And new, an industry innovation for 2021 travel and onwards, a dedicated well-being director will be added on our trips of 20 or more guests. This, of course, excludes Australia and New Zealand trips. They will support the travel director and the driver team by remaining up to date with the latest health authority and local government guidelines. They'll work to ensure adherence to the well-being protocols and always be available to support and guide our guests. So here's just a quick video on how we're looking after your well-being on a Trafalgar trip.
My name is Stephen McNally. I'm a well-being director with Trafalgar. I've been with Trafalgar for almost 10 years now.
We're here!
I decided to become a well-being director because I realized how important the position was in order for Trafalgar not only to get back onto the road, but also for the well-being and safety of our guests. My three main responsibilities as a well-being director are, number one, to ensure the well-being and safety of the guests. Number two, to ensure that all of our venues, including hotels and restaurants, are complying with our protocol, and to ensure that we are keeping up the best hygiene standards aboard the coach. Guests are not restricted from doing anything during this age of COVID. Guests are enjoying themselves thoroughly from my experience on the road so far this season. I would recommend traveling with Trafalgar with a well-being director. This position really looks after the hygiene in order for us to travel smoothly. If a guest was on the fence about traveling with Trafalgar during COVID, I would say to them, let your fears go away, come travel with us. The pandemic is wrapping up. People are getting vaccinated, people are healthy, places are opening up, and it's just a lot of fun out there. And people are ready to go.
So there you have it. Why would you not want to come with us? All right. So I also want to mention that Trafalgar, in conjunction with the Travel Corporation, has committed to a 5-year How We Tread Right sustainability strategy, which addresses our collective impact on the planet, people, and wildlife through 11 goals tied to the UN Sustainable Development Global Goals. How We Tread Right is our commitment to using the power of responsible travel to make a difference on our trips and in our offices. Our Make Travel Matter experiences seek to encourage the greatest community benefit from travel and sustainable tourism, all while educating guests on the UN global goals and the local community actions being taken to advance them. Oops, I went one slide too many, a couple slides too many. Here we go. All right. So traveling with Trafalgar is not just sitting on a coach seeing iconic sights. We also cater to all different types of travel. So here are just a few ideas for the types of travel that you might be interested in. We have family tours, honeymoon destinations, walking tours, castles and nights, foodie travel, safaris. The list really is endless. But we also have trips that include specific events such as the Passion Play of Oberammergau or Floriade, which focuses on the environment and a sustainable world. Both of these events are being held in 2022 and are held only once every 10 years. Or maybe you'd like to travel to Japan during cherry blossom season, or Amsterdam to visit Keukenhof in the spring, or even to Europe for the beautiful Christmas markets. Well, now that you've heard a little bit more about who Trafalgar is, I want to take you on a little journey to some of our most popular destinations, Spain, Italy, and Ireland. You're going to meet a few of our wonderful travel directors and special Be My Guest hosts, who you might meet should you join one of our trips to these great destinations. Here you go. Here's a great introduction to Maite, Isabel, and oh my gosh, I can't remember her name from Ireland, but her family of travel directors. You'll just get a hoot out of them.
Buongiorno, benvenuti in Italia. Welcome to Italy. I'm Maite, one of Trafalgar's travel directors based here in Italy, in the beautiful, romantic, and eternal city of Rome. I miss all my travelers, and while we are all at home, I want to share a little bit about our Italy with you. Let's start off with a few things I know you will love to learn about Trafalgar's Italy. We offer 18 itineraries that are solely dedicated to showing you Italy. We also offer Italy in 14 of our multi-country trips. So there are so many ways to get a little or a lot, depending on what you want. From the icons to the hidden secrets, we will show you the Italy you've been dreaming of. We also have a dedicated team based right here in Italy, so you can rest assured you are in good hands. We're all about supporting locals all across our beautiful country. You can expect an adventure not possible to find elsewhere. Enough about that. It's time for you to meet some of the locals you'll meet on our trips and learn a little more about what we do. First up, we're heading to Tuscany. Where better to start our adventure? We visit a lot of local businesses and locals in Europe and a lot of family wine wineries with generations of history as part of our Be My Guest series. For those not familiar with Be My Guest, it's basically the opportunity to be a guest in someone's home or local business. These destinations are often off the usual tourist path, so you wouldn't necessarily find them on your own. You'll visit one in every one of our trips. Each one a spectacular experience, from an island on Lake Maggiore to the only occupied island in Rome to a winery in Sicily. We have it all. One of these is Fattoria di Petronio, which lies on an ancient medieval road linking Florence and Siena in Tuscany. A multi-generation family-run winery, Diana Lanzi is here to share with you a bit about the winery's history.
Hi, I am Diana. I am the owner, chef, and winemaker here at Fattoria di Petroio, a beautiful winery in the heart of Chianti Classico, just outside of Siena. This property has been in my father's family since the 1800s, but as a historical landmark has been here since Roman times. Here in Petroio, all of our wines are done from estate-grown fruit that is grown organically. This is one of the changes I have implemented since I arrived. I thought it was really important to be sustainable and to make sure that we were not releasing anything in our soil, which isn't just ours, it's of the whole community, that could be unhealthy. Since 2015, all of our grapes are certified organic, and from tomorrow, actually, even our cellar will be certified organic. So when the Trafalgar group arrives in Petroio, they are greeted by myself, my mom, and my dad. I normally give them a small introduction to Petroio, to the history, to who we are as a family and what we have done for this place. Then I actually have to leave them because I'm also the chef here, and so I have to go finish their 4-course meal. My parents instead stay with them, and they stay throughout the lunch because as they have their 4-course meal, 4 wines are paired. 4 of our wines are paired with every single one of the dishes. And my parents explain the wines, but they also share the stories of Petroio, which can be stories of their lifetime here, stories of the history of Petroio, of the Borgo, history of Chianti Classico, just anecdotes that are special and important for us. I became a chef because I think that eating and dining is not just a way of filling your stomach, but it's a way to fill your spirit. I am a good chef, but I think that what makes my food really wonderful is that everything I cook is cooked with our olive oil. We have 800 olive trees, and from which we really get what I consider gold of Tuscany. Not only is everything cooked with our olive oil, but we also make sure that there is a bottle on every table for our guests to taste during their lunch. And if they want, also take some home. And if you are very, very lucky, sometimes you also get to see the younger generation of Petroio. This is Antonio. He is my son. somewhere behind there we have Leah. Can you come say hi? Mama. They are the new generation of Petroyo. I always say that my problem was that I had to be a chef and a winemaker at the same time. Hopefully they can split the job in the future.
This is such a great example of what we love the most: passion, quality, family, history, and supporting communities. Here in Italy, we have some of the greatest and oldest sites in the world, with many of these located right here in Rome. So, rather than me tell you, I want to show you. Hi, it's me again. So now I'm gonna take you on a little walk of the streets of Rome. Do it like an Italian do. Cappuccino in your hand and follow me. Andiamo. So, do you know where the name of the Trevi fountain comes from? Trevi, tre vie, 3 streets. Trevi, tre vie, 3 streets. Basically, the Trevi fountain is built at the intersection point of 3 streets in Rome. Easy. And while we keep walking around the streets of Rome, there is a Roman temple dedicated to Emperor Adrian and built on the 2nd century after Christ. While we're here, there is another thing you need to check. You see below? Below, at the base of the temple, this is where the ancient streets and the ancient city of Rome was built. Above it is where nowadays we walk. So if you want to think about Rome's architecture, you better think about a big lasagna. Layers. I know, it's always about food, sorry. And next, one of my favorite places in Rome. This is where I always go. Wow. Have a look. The Pantheon, one of the oldest Roman buildings in the city of Rome. Founded in the 1st century before Christ, rebuilt by Hadrian in the 2nd century after Christ. It's incredible to think that after 2,000 years it's still standing here. Pantheon means temple to all gods. And a little curiosity about Rome, did you know that Rome has the highest number of obelisks in the world, even more than Egypt? And while talking about obelisks, another one located on top of the beautiful fountain made by Bernini, the Four Rivers Fountain, located right in the center of Navona Square. And another of my favorite spots in Rome, well, that's an easy one. So let's be honest. There is so much to say about this church, St. Peter's Basilica, about this square, about the city of Rome in general. So I'm leaving you with the curiosity. And next time, you can come. It's gonna be sunny, there's gonna be a lot of people around, and I'm gonna wait for you. But we couldn't leave Italy without swinging by the beautiful Amalfi Coast. With us, you will actually stay 3 nights here on our Italian Glory or Italian Concerto trips. When you're here, we immerse ourselves and stay in a small town called Maiori, the perfect place to explore the whole region. And on 7 of our itineraries, we take you for an included day on the Isle of Capri. You'll journey over the island and then explore it in depth with our local specialists to learn all about this glamorous hotspot for the rich famous and the glam since the Roman times. And if you really can't get enough, on our Italy Bellissimo trip, you can even stay the night on the Isle of Capri. Grazie. Thank you for taking the time to join us. I hope you really enjoyed seeing a little bit about our Italy. We can't wait for you to experience how you tour differently with us. Very, very soon. For now, here's another reminder, our trips in Italy.
Céad míle fáilte roimh. 100,000 welcomes to you all, and a big, warm Irish welcome to my house. I'm Sally, and along with my husband Bernard and our two sons, Shane and James, we are a family of Trafalgar travel directors. The boys have literally grown up with Trafalgar, and we are so delighted that they were able to join the Trafalgar team some years ago. Like us, they share the same passion for Ireland, a love of the country, and one of the things that we like to do best, of course, is to show our country off to our Trafalgar guests and take care of your every need. You probably guessed from our accents that we are Irish. We live in Dublin, which is the capital city of Ireland, and it's a lovely, warm, welcoming city. It's renowned for the friendliness of its people. It has a long, turbulent history. You'll hear a little bit more about that when you come to visit from our local specialists. You'll also get to see some of the old Viking street patterns and street names. You'll get to see some of our beautiful medieval architecture, cathedrals like St. Patrick's and Christ Church. And of course you'll get to see the beautiful Georgian streets and squares, and there'll even be an opportunity for you to take some photographs of the famous colourful doors. We have 16 itineraries where you can visit Ireland, and of course they all include the iconic must-sees, but also some of the little hidden secrets that we love to include in our trips, just to ensure that your adventure with us is perfect. But first, I'm going to pass you over to the marvellous Amy, another Trafalgar travel director, who's going to share a little bit more with you of some of the experiences that you're going to love when you come here. Over to Amy.
Hi everyone. As some of you can tell, I am Australian, but I call Ireland home. I came to this beautiful country, fell in love with it, and I never left. And I'm here to share with you a few of the reasons why you're going to love Ireland with Trafalgar Travel. Here we go. St James's Gate is unmissable, and you'll love sipping your pint at the Gravity Bar, taking in the best views of Dublin City. Every member of the family will love this family trip. Transform into a medieval archer, dress the part, try your hand at hitting the bullseye, and you'll also visit a sheep farm, meet the farmer, and you might even get to meet some cute puppies. If you're lucky, you might visit the home of the last remaining leprechaun. The die-hard fans amongst you will absolutely love your visits to locations like Winterfell Castle and the Dark Hedges. So don't forget to have your phone charged up and your camera ready to go. You'll love riding around in the back of an Irish black taxi while your expert cabbie shares with you the insider views of the city's living history and vibrant streetscapes. The Irish Immigration Museum is fun, interactive and truly moving. We make an after-hours visit so that you can enjoy some supper and some exploring. That way you're going to get a chance to interact with Irish immigration history and experience true Irish hospitality. You might not have thought that the city of Dublin has canals, but it does. Get a dose of history as you glide along, taking in a completely different side of the city. These are just a few of the hundreds of reasons that you will love travelling with us, and we can't wait to welcome you here. I'm looking forward to seeing you very soon.
With Macarda, Seamus on shot. So just a bit of Gaelic to say hello friends, my name is James. I want to say a massive thank you to Amy, our legendary tour director, giving you some great information there on our Irish trips. So just down the road from the Cliffs of Moher is one of our Be My Guest experiences. So we're going to be stepping off the coach. We're going to be meeting a local and an absolute legend called Una O'Dwyer. Una is a lifelong forager, a horticulturalist and a blogger, and an overall absolute legend. So when you meet Una, she's going to take you off the coach and she's going to explain a little bit about the herbs and plants you might find on your walk. She'll explain a little bit about the medicinal purposes and of course the culinary purposes of those plants and herbs, and of course having you a little bit of fun with you along the way. Afterwards, that will be followed by a fantastic home cooked meal.
Another Irish landscape that I'm sure is high up on your list of places to visit is the Giant's Causeway, which is probably the most popular landmark in the north of Ireland. The Giant's Causeway is a UNESCO heritage site, and I should make you all aware that your visit here will make travel matter. I'm so proud to tell you that Trafalgar, as part of the Travel Corporation, financially assisted with the construction of the state-of-the-art visitor centre. Over to you, Keith.
Good morning, folks, and very welcome to the Giant's Causeway. My name's Keith. I'm one of the visitor experience team here, and I'll be taking you on a short tour down to the Causeway Stones. We're on our way down the hill. This is our stone. It was carved out to mark our designation as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We are an area of special scientific interest, a nature reserve, and an area of outstanding natural beauty. And the area down behind us here, we try to avoid. It's a protected environment, and we have a couple of little species. The narrow-mouthed whorl snail. Its shell is about the size of a grain of rice, and it lives down here. Very hard to find. And we also have the common lizard. The only reptile we have in Ireland, and we're not talking crocodiles here, we're talking something about 2 inches long. So, if you want to follow me, we'll head on down the hill. How did the causeway form? All depends who you're talking to. If you believe the geologists, it was lava flows. 60 million years ago, lava flowed out, it hardened, it turned into the grey stuff behind us, that's basalt. And then over a period of time, the top layer of that decomposed, and it turned into this. This is laterite, and that defines the different layers of the site. It shows us where one lava flow stopped, the next one started. That's if you believe geologists. Everybody knows the place was made by a giant. Look at the far side of the bay over there, and you can see him, the biggest rock in front of the cliff. We're now in the third bay. This is Port Nopper. 3 of the main features here to look out for are the chimneys, Finn McCool's cave. Legend has it, if there's smoke coming out of those, it means he's at home. Superstitious nonsense. I got electricity in about 3 years ago. There's smoke coming out of those, it means she's burnt something. Behind me in the middle of the cliff, you have the pipe organ. This pipe organ is played every Christmas morning by Finn McCool. You need to be down at 6 o'clock, so you'll have to set your alarm. And on behind, on the right hand side, is the Giant's Boot, size 93.5. It's so big, we actually had it measured just to make sure we were right about the size. And it's from that we know he's 54 feet tall. We're trying to keep the place original so that people can come back in years ahead and relive memories that they had from previous time. The whole ethos is we protect special places forever, for everyone. Thanks for visiting the Giant's Causeway.
So Giant's Causeway, definitely the 8th wonder of the world. So how do we follow that? Our next stop is Ashford Castle, which is one of the world's top hotels. And Ashford is located in Cong, in County Mayo, on the shores of Lough Corrib. And it features on our iconic Ireland and Ashford Castle trip. On our Castles and Mounds trip, you will get to stay at the 5-star lodge, which is another incredible experience and totally unmissable. The castle is basically a mix of medieval and Victorian architecture. And one of its former owners was the Guinness family, who actually owned it from 1852 up until 1939. They were avid gardeners, and they oversaw the laying out of the wonderful woodlands that you'll see here today. The castle has hosted royalty, lords, ladies, movie stars, celebrities, and now it's your turn. Your stay here will be unforgettable. Don't just take my word for it, just take a look at what's on offer in Ashford Castle. So we're going to leave you with a little reminder of some of our Trafalgar Irish trips. And we, as a family of travel directors, can't wait to welcome you back to Ireland. In the meantime, we say sláinte, good health, agus slán go fóill, until we meet again. Sláinte.
Sláinte. Sláinte.
Not quite Catherine standard.
Hola, bienvenidos a España. My name is Isabel, and I'm one of Trafalgar's travel directors. And I'm speaking from my hometown, Altea la Vella, which is in Spain's southeastern coast. And well, this is our main street behind us, and I will show you a few other of my favorite places. I've been working with this company, with Trafalgar, for more than 26 years. It's a long time, and always in this region. And why? Well, because I just feel at home. Everywhere I go, I feel good because people are so warm here. They always welcome us with open arms. And also you, and when you come to travel with us. I am missing seeing you all, my travelers. And while we're still at home, I would like to invite you to come on this virtual trip with me. And I'd like to present you to several of our friends, the friends we make on tour. So please come with me, and I will give you as well several reasons why you would love to explore Spain with us. Let's go, or vamos. Whether you're looking to feel the emotion of a fiery flamenco show, or maybe feast your way around at one of the many tapa bars and restaurants, or explore the beauty of our many museums and churches or monuments, or just sit down and sip on a glass of sangria and overlook our beaches. You can do all this and so much more when you choose to tour differently with Trafalgar. We offer 3 itineraries which are solely dedicated to Spain. But also, we got Spain in 9 of our multi-country trips. So you can choose if you want just a little bit of Spain or you want a little bit more. It all depends on what you want and how much time you have maybe. We are all about supporting locals. And today, we will get to meet some of those you'll meet if you come with us on our trips. And they can't wait to welcome you. So, let's go, or vamos, as we say here in Spain. Well, did you know that Spain is actually the largest exporter of olive oil in the world? Yep, that's right. And that's why we are here in Seville today. Well, I'm not in Seville, but those oranges here, they remind me so much of this beautiful city. But we are not going to take you to show the orange trees. No, we are going to take you to an olive oil estate. And this is a Be My Guest venue. Well, Be My Guest venues are exclusive to Trafalgar. And there we take you to a home or to a local business. And the families there, they show you how they live and what they produce. Today, I'd like to take you to Basilipo. Basilipo is a beautiful Andalusian estate or hacienda. It's close by Seville. And Basilipo was founded by Juan Morillo. He bought this 18th century farm, a beautiful place, you will see it. And his sons, the whole family is involved, they started to develop an olive oil which is 100% organic and has become known worldwide because it has won several prizes. I'd like to hand over now to Isaac, Juan's son-in-law, because he's the expert, of course, and he will tell us and take us around this beautiful place. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Basilipo. My name is Isaac, and I live here with the rest of my family. This is a traditional farmhouse in the south of Spain. We call it hacienda. It's a house with a mill to make olive oil and the olive grove all over. This one was built in 1795, and the grandfather of my father-in-law bought the place at the beginning of the 20th century, so they have been living here for a long time, 3 generations. We make here a top quality extra virgin olive oil. You know, we can say olive oil, in general, is one of the most significant icons of the Mediterranean way of life. Blooming time is a magic moment. In 5 months, the olives will be ready. We press the olives here in October and November. In order to make a bottle of oil so early, we usually have to press around 14 kilos of olives, like 27, 28 pounds. It's expensive, but the quality is much higher than later. Harvesting early and harvesting carefully are two very important factors to make extra virgin olive oil. But believe me, the most important secret is talking to the tree every day. I would like to show you how to taste it. Follow me. Technically, extra virgin is a perfect oil without any defect. That means when you smell it, okay, it reminds of grassy, fruity, and green things. Something like grass, like fruits, like vegetables. The peel of a green banana, fresh cut grass aroma, maybe green apple, a very green or red tomato. That means that oil is a very good extra virgin olive oil. Take a little bit of the oil, hold that amount of oil in the tip of the tongue, and then try to feel, to look for the sweet flavor here. Then we pass the oil to this part of the tongue, looking for the bitterness, and then we swallow it. You are going to feel a very nice pepper finish here at the end of the tongue. We feel after that some retro olfaction aromas coming up. Would you like to spend a beautiful evening with us here at Basilipos in Seville? Join Trafalgar. We'll be really glad to have you, and we'll be waiting to you.
So let's move on, and let me take you to Spain's second largest city, which is Barcelona. Barcelona is like a second capital of Spain. It feels like a capital. It's beautiful. So you might have heard of Barcelona's most famous architect. His name is Antonio Gaudí. And of course, we are going to show you his masterpieces. But as well, you can get lost in the medieval neighborhood. It's called the Gothic Quarter. And I got someone who might like to take you around because she lives in Barcelona. She's my fellow travel director, Elisa, and she will show you places you might not have heard of. So, Elisa, let's go.
Hi, everyone. My name is Elisa. I'm a Trafalgar travel director, and today I'm coming to you from the beautiful city of Barcelona. I would love to show you some of my favorite places. This is the Nativity facade. This is the only facade that was built by Antoni Gaudí before he died. Gaudí's modernism gets all his inspiration from nature. Anything that you see here, Gaudí has seen it as nature and then revisited, studying geometry especially, and readapting it to the style of the moment. He was tired of the neo-Gothic that he used to say needed crutches to stand. He wanted a self-standing building, and with the use of the catenary arch and other different designs, he was able to build something like this. Now, a visit to Barcelona cannot be complete without going to a market. I'm talking about a food market. I'm talking about somewhere where all your senses are going to be stimulated. Here it is, the beautiful modernist archway that leads us into the main entrance of the Boqueria market. This market was all refurbished at the beginning of the last century, so at the beginning of the 1900s, and then at the end of the same century. This is probably the most famous market that we have in Barcelona. Let's see what we can find inside. This is one of the places that I love the most. The food is just so delicious. Of course, everything is fresh from the stalls of the market. All right, now I'll take you to one of my favorite squares in town, and we're gonna go right in the middle of the Gothic Quarter. Follow me. You can stumble across this incredible architecture all over in town. Just a few steps away from the incredible Barcelona Cathedral, we're entering the heart of the Gothic area, and we enter also the heart of the Jewish district, El Tal, used to be called. And in this little maze of little alley, you have an opening which is just gonna reveal us one of my favorite square in Barcelona. In every corner, you can just find a little hidden treasure. This building behind me has got a really important historical value. This is where Christopher Columbus, coming back after discovering the Americas, came and met people that actually founded his voyage. So Isabel and Ferdinand, the Catholic kings. And there's no better way to finish a day sightseeing and traveling and discovering around than with amazing food. Here we've got an incredible seafood paella, washed down with some typical sparkling wine from the area, some cava wine. So thank you very much for joining me today, discovering this beautiful city. I can't wait to see you in person and show you this amazing country and enjoy it with you. Salud.
Well, thank you, Elisa. That was wonderful. And you don't know how I miss Barcelona. It doesn't even cover all of it. Of course, Barcelona, you can easily get lost for days. And that's what I most like about the city. Just strolling around for hours. And then when I get tired, I just sit down on one of the terraces for a drink, a coffee or a glass of wine with una tapa. Because that's all about it. Watching people, feeling the city, smelling the city. You're going to do it when you come to Spain. So, it's the end of our journey. It has been a short one, but of course when you come and travel with us, we've got plenty of time all together and you will discover all this and so much more. And that is the reason why you should come to tour differently with us. So now, I just want to say thank you very much. Muchas gracias for joining us and spending this little time with us together. And we say, pues hasta la vista. And I can only say, I hope this is going to be very, very soon.
Well, hopefully that gives you a general idea on who Trafalgar is and what you can expect when traveling with us. But really the only way to really know, though, is to actually come on one of our trips. In fact, Trafalgar offers so many countries and destinations with more than 300 trips throughout the 7 continents. We truly offer the best way to plan, book, and travel with complete ease. From the must-sees to local secrets, with our dive into culture, hidden gems, the icons, and our local specialists, our one-of-a-kind experiences through our Be My Guest and Stays With Stories, our personal service offering 24/7 support, porterage, optional experiences, travel preferences, and of course our travel directors, drivers, and well-being directors. And of course, we cannot forget responsible travel with our Make Travel Matter experiences and our How We Tread Right 5-year strategy. That is how we tour differently. The best of the world unlocked for you. All right, so now we do have 2 other brands offering the same commitment, but in a different form. So Cost Saver is the ultimate unpackaged holiday. It really is essentials by us, tailored by you. We organize and prepare all essential components of a vacation, such as those must-sees, transportation, great accommodation, a variety of choice optionals, city orientation tours, expert travel director, and professional driver, as well as hotel service charges, tips, and baggage handling. It truly takes the hassle out of travel planning for you. And the tailored by you part is that we offer plenty of free time for you to see the destination on your own with the assistance of our travel director if you need it, or you can choose from many of our choice optionals. So with your Cost Saver, your choice of itineraries is endless. We have over 70 trips that operate in 56 countries. in over 5 different continents. So really that means whether you want to wine taste in Italy or hike Table Mountain in South Africa, we really have you covered. So we're making flexibility and customization a true priority to make CostSaver the obvious choice for the best of both guided and independent travel worlds. So will you choose a few, choose the most, or choose it all? The choice is truly up to you. So that is CostSaver. The next brand I wish to show you is very quickly and lastly is Brendan Vacations. So they are really the Celtic experts. We are anything in a kilt, specializing in Ireland and Scotland. So we handcraft every one of our vacations and take each client personally, no matter how they wish to travel. With 4 different travel styles, we truly have something for everyone. So unlike Trafalgar and CostSaver, this is fully independent travel where your Expedia agent can create an itinerary based solely on your interests, type of accommodation, and way of traveling. We have our private chauffeur for those that enjoy the luxuries in life, our Lux Self-Drive where you'll be the driver of a luxury vehicle, our Self-Drive, and of course our locally hosted rail where we have someone to greet you in every destination so you're on your own but never alone. From foodie clients to families and friends celebrating milestones, there's something here for every type of guest. That's the magic of Ireland and Scotland, and Brendan Vacations can really help you to discover it. We offer some fantastic golf options on both Ireland and Scotland, where all you have to do is bring your golf shoes. In Edinburgh, we can help you experience everything whiskey at the Scotch Whisky Experience, or maybe you want to get outdoors and experience the beauty of Scotland on our Highland Safari. These are just a few of the ideas that we can put together for you. We truly do have something for everyone. Well, who wants to go to Ireland and Scotland now? Truly one of my favorite destinations. I mean, I say that about a lot of the destinations, but I just love Ireland for sure. Oops, there we go. All right. So we're currently offering risk-free bookings with Trafalgar and CostSaver, which means that up to 30 days after you book, if you cancel, change your mind and cancel, we will refund all monies to you. And I do want to make sure that you're aware that all guests must be fully vaccinated for all of our trips until December 31st, 2022. So thank you very much for welcoming me virtually into your home for the last 45 minutes. And I do hope that we can welcome you on a Trafalgar, CostSaver, or Brendan Vacations trip in the near future. Have yourself a fantastic day.